It's working. Now you can see this through YouTube as well. It's playing. Okay, you have to keep silent. Okay. Now it's playing on YouTube as well. පුතා එතකොට ලෙසන් එක ඉවරෙච්ච ගමන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ෆයිල් එකත් අප්ලෝඩ් වෙලා තියෙයි. Good. So our question. Yes, you can see the question. There are vast diversity among shoot system as well as the root system of flowering plants in our environment. Okay, what are the two types of root systems in? Yes, you have observed. So that's the main two types of root system.
Fibrous
So,
root system
So
and
fibrous root system and
very
taproot
good.
system.
So fibrous root system and taproot system. Okay. So next, write two main functions of plant roots. Two
So
main.
food,
so mineral and water from the soil.
Okay.
Minerals and
reproduction.
take the wall to the
So
soil.
anchor the plant, transfer food
So
and
to
minerals.
anchor the plant means in your textbook it has been given as to fix the plant to the soil. Okay, that's the first function, to fix the plant to the soil. And another main function, actually this is the main function we have to consider for the absorption of what?
So
Water
food
and
and minerals.
As
Water and minerals.
for the absorption of water and minerals. Just that's one of the main functions. So next we learned to fix, for fixing the plant to the soil, to fix the plant to the soil. Okay, so these are the main function. In addition to that, so we have to use these root systems for the propagation as asexual reproduction method. Alingika pracharana krame, asexual reproduction used to make new plant by asexual. Or asexual reproduction or asexual propagation. So if you have taken down, if you have written at least, I think they expect two main functions of plant root. Okay, so you get 2 marks. Third question, write functions for each of stems, sugar cane. Yes.
Store food.
Yes.
Store food.
No, not that. Write the function of each of the stem. Yes, very good. Stem එකේ අහන්නේ root ගැන කිය ඉඳලා stems ගැන අහන්නේ. Okay, so that's for the storage of foods as sucrose. Okay, for the storage of foods as sucrose. Sugar එකක් විදිහට තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ food store කරන්නේ. So what that way of storage in? So that's as sucrose. Sucrose is the type of sugar that exists in sugar cane juice, okay, to store foods as sucrose. Okay. Navahandi. Yes. Have you?
Carry
To
out
carry
photosynthesis.
out photosynthesis.
Yes. Its stem is good. Stem is green in color. So you have to write the answer for the photosynthesis. For the photosynthesis. හොඳයිනේ හැමෝම. So all of you have clamped. Good. Yes. Next. අපි ඊළඟ කොටසට යමු. Write an instance where plant leaves are used for decorative purposes. සැරසිලි කටයුතු සඳහා plant leaves පාවිච්චි කරනවා. An instance. Yes, අපිට ගන්න තියෙන for decorative purposes, Rehan. So what we use usually?
So what kind of plants?
Yes, write an instance where plant leaves are used for decorative purposes.
Coconut leaves.
So ferns.
Ferns are used. Another one, coconut leaves, widely used in
So
festivals.
palm leaves. Palm leaves.
Yes, palm leaves. Good. Okay, right. Coconut leaves, palm leaves. So write an instance where. මේ අවස්ථාවක් තමයි අහන්නේ. Not the type of leaves actually.
Vesak pandas.
Yes,
To
to
decorate
make
wedding hall.
Weddings.
Wedding hall.
අපි ගමු New Year festivals. Okay, for the festivals. And
In a funeral.
in funerals,
Traditional events.
yes, traditional events such as religious activities in temple, we use most of the time these coconut leaves. So we use that. Rehan, me use කරනවා නේද? Banana leaf for
Yes,
some
sir.
religious, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Okay.
use.
So you asked only one instance, okay, and you will given 1 mark. So that's lazy ප්‍රශ්නයක් නේද? Easy question. So part B. Fruits have different tastes because they contain different chemical compounds. Okay, some of fruits are having a sour taste. Some of fruits are having a sweet taste. Okay. Name 2 plants having fruits contain acids. Acids
Lemon.
antara sour taste.
So
Yes,
lemon.
Tomato.
lemon,
Tomato.
Lime. Orange.
tamarind,
Orange.
Tomato.
Orange.
Lime.
yes,
Tomato.
lime. Very good.
Tomato.
Then
Tomato.
lime kiyanne kenek hitai lime is not a fruit, but in science, all the types of products of plant that cover the seed. So seed is covered by a fruit. ඒක පළතුරක් වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Okay? පළතුරක්. මේ හැම
Sir, tomato, is it a fruit?
tomato is a fruit. Tomato කියන්නේ fruit එකක්. අපේ country එකේ ඒක vegetable විදිහට පාවිච්චි කළාට ඒක fruit. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක සාමාන්‍ය තේරුම. Okay? The general meaning fruit. පළතුරු කන පළතුරු. හරි? නැත්නම් හැම එකම fruit එකක් තමයි. So all are fruits. අපි ගත්තොත් let's consider like this. ආහාරයට ගන්න නැති දෙයක් කියන්නේ එඬරු. Have you ever seen එඬරු? ඔය පාරේ වැටට හිටවලා තියෙන එඬරු. ඒක ගෙඩියක් හැදෙනව නේද? පුතා එක කන්නේ නැහනේ. But that's a fruit. ඒක fruit එකක්. තේරෙනවද? So that general meaning of fruit is just nice taste, or people consume that as a food instantly. Ripened fruits විදියට අපි පාවිච්චි කරන ඒකම නෙමෙයි අදහස. So all these products of plants that cover the seed inside, that is the fruit. Okay, so name two plants having fruit contains acid. So you have told many fruits, lime, orange, and tamarind. So you can write any of that. So you have to write two of that. So marks, 1 mark. Write two indicators that can be used to identify acids and bases at home. That means natural indicators you find.
Shoe flower
Everyone?
solution.
Turmeric boiled water, kuruvadeni.
Shoe flower solution.
Yes, shoe
Nil
flower
Katarolu
boiled
extract.
New
water.
Carterolo extract.
Nil Katarolu extract. Good.
Red cabbage.
Yes, red cabbage extract. Nil Katarolu extract.
Arecanut boiled water.
Arecanut boiled water. I think.
Turmeric.
Yes, Nil Katarolu extract, arecanut boiled water, shoe flower boiled water. So you can use that.
Turmeric.
Red cabbage.
Boiled water.
Yes, good. What is the color change that can be observed when testing acidic substance using red and blue litmus? Do you remember we learned that nicely?
Yes.
Yes.
Red litmus.
Red litmus, no
and
color change.
Red.
Blue litmus, red.
Red.
When testing acidic substance, okay. Blue
Into red.
litmus. Wait, I'll stop the share. Yes, blue litmus. Yes, red litmus. The medium, let's consider this is medium. So that's acidic. Yes, basic. They have used acidic substance. Then acid means it has to be indicated in red because that's dangerous. Not only acids but also strong bases are also dangerous. Acidic substance by blue litmus, it turned to red.
Red.
Blue litmus, red. So that
Red.
indicates that's acid. Red, nothing to be changed. Red is red in the case of acidic because it does not show the color change as it is originally red. Acidic means red, so it has to be noted as red. So blue litmus turn into red. In basic substances,
No color
basic,
change.
basic,
No color change.
yes, no color change means basic. මම කිව්ව මතක තියාගන්න ක්‍රමයක්. Basic means blue because of this B. Okay, so no color change, that means blue. And red litmus, it changed to show that this is basic, change to blue. So that's the easiest method we use to keep them in your mind. And experiment, by using the experiment you can understand that clearly. Rashmi, can you understand? Okay, let's share the paper
Yes,
again. Okay, you can see a nice question for එක අපි ලිව්වේ නැහැ. පුතා, following figure shows a longitudinal section of a shoe flower. Okay, I'll quickly draw this. Yes, you can see yes, pedicel, the shoe flower, or Hibiscus rosasinensis, scientific name, Hibiscus Rosa sinensis. And
So can you write that word in the board?
okay, I write it. What this? In
Papers.
yes, in the cross section actually, but in the given diagram, it has been given the outer look of this flower. So I'll write part of that. Okay, like this. And here, as you can see, the style the divided stigma. Okay, stigma has been divided into several stigma, and you can see here yes, stamens, number of stamens, and this is the stamen, or we call that Pyrimicotta androecium.
And rows.
Good. So here you can see ovary and
Ovules.
ovules as well. So you have to name A here. Then B is for this androecium or stamen. So stamen contains anther and this filament. Okay. There is a gynosium part. Gehanucotus, a gynosium part contains this stigma, style. Yes, this ovary part, and you can see this ovules inside. Good. So that's this part, colorful petals. So that's C, and D is the structure. E. No, D is another one. Let's see. D has been used to point. Oh, this one. Yes, E is for. Yes, so what's the F? F is here's something, and there's something here. Actually, F is this one. And let's put G also for my question. Good. What's A? A is
Stigma.
Stigma.
Stigma. Okay. B.
Stamens.
Puta. Stamen kiwat වැරදි. Hey.
And
So
rows.
they need this filament as well. Then this is anther. Okay. Anther. Filament. I. So all together. So this is called what? Androecium.
Androecium.
Okay. So I'll write here androecium. Good. C. So that.
Petals.
Petals. Petals. E,
Style.
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 B is, F is ovary. Inside that, G, ovules.
Ovules.
Puta, A plus F plus G. So all together it is known as gynosium. Me A can stigma, style, ovary, and ovules. All of them belongs to
Gynosium.
gynosium. Very good. Okay, now the questions associated with that, I am going to share this again. Okay, look at this. Write the letters separately that belongs to the parts of gynosium and androsium. Yes. Nam wasing handine. So they are not asking to name the gynosium parts and androsium parts. You have to just write down these English letters associated with that. Gynosium is that E, E, F, A, E, F, gynosium. Then parts belongs to androsium. There's only two parts belonging to androsium.
B and D.
B.
B and D.
B and
පුතාලට දැන් පැහැදිලිද මෙතන ස්ටේමන් කියලා ලිව්වනම් වරදිනවනේ. ස්ටේමන් නෙමෙයි ඒගොල්ලෝ ස්ටේමන් වෙනුවට අහලා තියෙන parts of that androsium. Okay, so that androsium parts B and I. B and I. පුතේ මට පේනවා කිහිප දෙනෙක් signal problems තියනවා වගේ. The signal problems to some of you. Therefore, I ask you to, if you can use YouTube. YouTube වලින් බලන්න. ඒතකොට signal loss වුණත් එතනින් නම් බලන්න පුළුවන් නේ. Good. මේ ඔයාලා log වෙන එක මට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙමෙයි හොඳද? අර ඔයාලගේ so you like this live, I know that very much. Right functions of the following parts of the flower. Anther. What's the function of the anther?
Production of pollen.
Produce
Very
pollen.
good. To produce pollen grains. For the production of pollen grains. Paraga kanika nipadavima. Yes, next. Sepals.
Protect the flower buds.
Protect the flower bud.
connect the flower buds.
Yes. Protect the flower
Bud.
in bud stage. So I have drawn it earlier like this. So here's the bud stage flower, and it totally cover with this green color part. That means sepals. A nice bud. We have learned that initiation, the petals. Okay, so that young stage completely bud stage of the flower is protected by these sepals, and it is in green color. There's another usage of that. That's not the main function. Being in green color, it performs what?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Okay. Photosynthesis. Good. And the sepals. Okay, next petals. What's the function of petals?
Attract insects to
Attract
flower.
insects to
Very good.
pollinate.
So this is a colorful part for the attraction of insects for the pollination. Yes. For the attraction of insects for the pollination. Good. ovary.
Production
Ovary.
of fruits.
Production.
of ovules.
Yes, for the production of
Ovules.
ovules. Very good. For the production of ovules. Finally, for the production of seeds. කියලා වෙනස් වෙනවා එක. Okay. Good. Okay, let's move to the next question. අපි ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නෙට යමු. Yes, about the stage of flower. Okay. Let's try to answer the next question. Good. From following seeds, select the seeds that seed leaves come out during the germination. Seed leaves come out during the germination. Okay. Coconut, tamarind, paddy, cashew.
Tamarind and
Leaves,
cashew.
yes. Leaves එළියට එන්නේ මොන අවස්ථාවේද?
Tamarind and cashew. Tamarind and cashew.
Tamarind and cashew.
Pad.
Yes, coconut, tamarind. Yes, you can see the dicotyledonous plants and monocotyledonous plants.
So what's the answer for the third one?
So that's, you can see coconut, monocot, tamarind, dicotyledonous plant, paddy, again monocotyledonous, cashew, dicotyledonous. Leaves come out during the germination. Put on tamarind and cashew. So they are dicotyledonous plants. So what comes out first? ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉස්සරලාම එන්නේ මොකද්ද? So what comes out first? So that's the root. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ root එක තමයි ඉස්සරලාම එන්නේ. And there's a taproot system. Coconut, paddy also the same. First, what coming out is root.
Root.
And in tamarind and cashew, then what comes out? ඉස්සරලාම එළියට එන්නේ that two cotyledons. Two cotyledons comes out like this. Not leaves. Just cotyledons comes out. Okay. Then only the leaves start to initiate. But in coconut-like plants, directly what comes out? They don't have these dicotyledons, so the two cotyledons. They have only one cotyledon, monocotyledonous. So directly we can see the initiation of that leaves. So therefore, it must be coconut and
Cashew.
sorry, seed leaves.
Cashew.
Seed leaves. Okay, seed leaves. Therefore, tamarind and cashew. Okay, good. Your answer is correct. Tamarind and cashew. Bija patra එළියට එන්නේ. 4. Write two features that can be used to identify dicotyledonous plants like jack, mango, and teak.
Having taproot system.
Yes.
Having two
මේ
seed
නොකිය
loads.
අහන්නේ මොනවද? Oh,
Branch,
very good.
stem.
I have
Branch,
told you.
Have a
Wait. I have told you to keep in your mind. So just comparing monocotyledonous plants and dicotyledonous plants. කොහොමද පුතේ අපි තේරුම් ගන්න එක? Under the soil, පොළව යට ඉඳන් මතකද? Mobile phones පාවිච්චි කරලා කවුද? මීයෝ දෙන්නෙක්. රැට්ස්ලා දෙන්නෙක් ගියා මතකද? යාළුවෝ දෙන්නෙක්. Two friends rats. You can see branch. Okay, and this if you consider leaf venation. Okay, I'll draw the other one. I'll draw tree එකක් මන් දීමු නේද? Okay, let's compare. Yes, ඔයගලන්ට පේනව නේද කුඩා window එක, the small window, or you can toggle with your whiteboard. ඔහම whiteboard එක බලන්නත් පුළුවන්. පුතා, dicotyledonous plant. So first you can identify that from this root system. So it contains what?
Taproot system.
Taproot system. Yes,
Fibrous
monocots
root
contain
system.
fibrous root
Fibrous root
system.
system.
Okay. Therefore, the given plants, jack, mango, and teak, all of them are dicotyledonous. ඔයාලගෙන් අහලා නැහැ. You are not asked what are the characteristics of dicotyledonous කියලා. ඒකත් කියලා නැහැ. That part also in the question. ඔයාලට ඒකත් හිතා ගන්න ඕන. So you have to identify that one also first as dicots. Next, stem is branched. Branched stem. You can see leaves. Reticulate venation. Okay, reticulate venation. I'll write that bigger. Reticulate venation. මේ නාගටි වින්‍යාසය reticulate. Next, you can see. Okay, stem. That's branched. The other one is unbranched.
Not branch.
Good. So what are the other characteristics that's by flower? Flower is
4 or 5 petals.
4 or 5
4 or 5
4
petals.
5 petals, so it's multiple.
Yes, 4 or 5 petals or multiples of it. හතරේ ගුණාකාර පහේ ගුණාකාර එනවා. Yes, that's nice. You have answered very good. Draw a simple leaf and compound leaf. Name the main parts of them. Simple leaf and compound leaf. Okay, let's draw that. Puta, can anyone define what is known as a compound leaf? What happens to the leaf blade?
Collective leaves.
Yes, what happens to the leaf blade?
It's not divided into segments.
Compound leaf.
Leaf blade is completely divided into segments.
Yes, leaf blade is completely divided into. So this is
Half.
simple leaf. Simple leaf. But in the case of this compound leaf, you can see like this. Compound leaf. So this is the leaf blade, okay? And it is divided into a midrib and veins. You can see this reticulate venation. But here, instead of that, so it is divided into leaflets.
So combination of leaves.
Combination of leaflets.
Leaflet
Not
is known
leaves.
as compound leaves.
Yes, but you have to define it compound leaves are made up of leaves that of which leaf blade has been divided into segments. May complete leaf එක segments වලට බෙදිලා. So these are leaflets. So we have to name the parts leaflets. Okay. So this is පුතා leaf එකක් මේ stem එකට සම්බන්ධ වෙන තැන. මොකද්ද මේකට කියන්නේ? So this is known as what?
Petiole.
Petiole
Medicine.
or pedicel.
Talk.
Okay. Stalk.
Flower stalk.
In the case of flowers, we widely use the stalk, petiole, pedicel. Okay. So these are leaflets. Okay. Now you can name the parts and draw in these small leaflets. So what they expect is this term leaflets. Yes. Altogether, that's a compound leaf. Compound leaf means a leaf blade has been divided into segments.
Segments.
Good. Leaf blade has been divided into segments. That's how a compound leaf is. එහෙම තමයි compound leaf එකක් හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay, now I'm moving to the paper. So name the parts of simple leaf as well. We forget it. So this is leaf blade. Okay. Puta, they may be expecting all the parts. So what's this? මේ මැදින් යන vein එක මොකද්ද? So that's midrib. Okay, so that's midrib. I'll leave from the screen share. So here's midrib. පුතේ මේ මොනවද? What's them?
Veins.
Veins.
Veinlets.
Yes, what's this?
Veinlet.
Veinlet.
Leaf margin.
Leaf
Veinlet.
margin.
Leaf
Leaf margin.
margin.
What's this?
Leaf
Leaf
tip.
Leaf tip
Leaf
or
tip.
leaf apex?
Leaf tip.
Leaf tip.
What's this?
Leaf base.
Leaf base.
Base.
Yes, here's again where the leaf is connected to the stem. Stalk. Stalk. Okay, you know the parts. Sometimes you have to name these. අපි leaf blade නම් කළා නේද? Okay, good. තා පොඩ්ඩෙන් අමතක වෙනවා. Yes, moving to the paper again. Yes, 5. Question number 5. Given below are some steps followed by a group of students in grade 7 to demonstrate the functions of the capacitor. Functions of the capacitor. I remember. So, මේක වරද්දගත්ත හුඟක් අය. Question එකදී. But we have done this very much. We charge a capacitor and discharge a capacitor. A practical එකත් කළා මේක මතකයි නේද? I think you remember that. Yes, first point it has been given as two pieces of wires were connected to the terminals of the capacitor. On a students la karapudi, what students followed. Other ends of wires were connected is the terminals of dry cells. After few seconds, dry cells were removed and the LED is connected. But when connecting LED, so we have to concern the correct polarity. Danarina Balandona. First one, first question. The charging capacity of the capacitor is mentioned as 1000 what? Co-units. Puta, capacity
Joules.
is measured with farads. මොනවගේද පුතේ
Farad.
capacity මනින්නේ?
Farad.
Farads.
Farads.
ඉතින් මේ වැදගත් ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයක් මේ කෝ ඒකකේ දාලා නැහැ. Big mistake. හැබැයි farad එකක් කියන්නේ පුතා ලොකු capacity එකක්.
Microfarad.
Yes. Sparking value. Yeah, farad එක capacity එකක් කියන්නේ ලොකු capacity එකක්. ලේසි නෑ. So danger. ඉතින් අපි පොඩි capacities බලන්නේ. If you divide 1 farad into 1000, farad එකක් 1000කට බෙදුවොත් පුතා එනවා millifarad. What's that? Millifarad.
Farads.
Yes. අපි
Millifarad.
millifarad එකක් ආයෙ 1000කට බෙදනවා. We divide 1 millifarad again into 1000. Okay, I'll demonstrate that. Look at this. You have to learn this. Capacity ඉලක්කමකින් නිකන් කියන that has a unit. Here's the capacitor. This elongated one is the positive terminal. The other one is negative terminal. Its symbol is positive, negative. Unlike a dry cell, not elongated part here. So this is the capacitor, positive, negative. And actually this represents two metal plates rolled together, inserting and insulator substance. Neither dielectric substance එකක් මැදින් දාලා තියෙන polythene oil immersed paper like that. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, අපි මොනවද පුතා demonstrate කරන්න යන්නේ දැන්? So this capacitor and its capacity. Okay, look at this. අබ්බලමු. Capacity has been mentioned here. Farad. Farad is very big value. 1 farad is divided
Microfarad.
into 1000. You can end up with what? Millifarad. MF.
Millifarad.
Millifarad. Okay. So 1 millifarad further divided into 1000. You can end up with
Microfarad.
1. Very good.
Microfarad.
Microfarad. This letter is mu, Greek letter. So you can see this M shape and U shape, mu. Okay. And 1 microfarad is further divided into 1000. පුතා හුඟක් වෙලාවට these capacitors are, so what has been stated, 1000
Microfarad.
microfarads. Okay. Have you ever seen capacitors like this? Mylar capacitors. So their capacity is very small. Sometimes the microfarad, so it is divided into 1000. You can end up with nanofarad. Okay, so 103, like there's a code system to tell the capacity of that. And PF සමහරලාට තවත් චූටිව තියෙනවා. It's very small. So they are 1 nanofarad is further divided
Yes,
into
sir. In
1000.
walkie-talkies.
Yes. Walkie-talkies වල හුඟක් තියෙනවා. මොකද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ frequency වැඩි කරන්න ඕන. So that's 1 picofarad. PF. Okay, so you can see this micro, milli, micro, nano, and pico. තව හරි මේකේ capacity එක අඩුවෙන් frequency වැඩි frequency generating circuits වල පාවිච්චි කරනවා but in your level this capacitor is charged and discharged. We have
So I
learned that.
have that small capacitor.
Very good. Capacitor එකක් මේ outer cover එක ගලවලා බලන්න. Okay, sometimes inner things are poisonous. Be careful. Don't heat it. It's also dangerous. So when charging this, it is connected to a dry cell like this. Or you can use seriously connected to dry cells to provide 3 volt. And what they have done, next they have removed this. So this is the charging process. Electric current is moving to the capacitor. Now capacitor is charging. By the symbol diagram, you can demonstrate that. Here's the capacitor, positive terminal, negative terminal. So this is the dry cell, positive to positive. Okay, I use another dry cell seriously connected, positive, negative, negative, negative. Now this is the charging circuit. Okay, let's see the questions again. අපි පුතේ ප්‍රශ්න වලට ආපහු යමු. The charging capacity of the capacitor is mentioned at 1000, so that must be 1000 microfarad. Write this value using the symbol with relevant measuring unit. Write this value using the symbol with relevant measuring unit. Okay, so you have to use that 1000 microfarad. පුතා 1000 microfarad. මේක nanofarad, millifarad වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒකින්ද මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අහන විදිය එච්චර සාධාරණ නෑ. තේරෙනව නේද? I think you also can understand because 1000 මොනවද දන්නේ? Maybe microfarad, maybe picofarad, nanofarad may be there. Okay. Yes, let's move to the second. අපි ප්‍රශ්න පත්‍රයක් කරන එකේ වැදගත්කම importance of doing a question paper is to learn. ලකුණු ගන්න නෙමෙයිනේ, ඉගෙන ගන්න. So to check whether we know this accurately. ඉගෙන ගත්ත නම් ඒ ඇති. ලකුණු දෙන්න කෙනෙක් නැහැ. අපිටම තමයි ලකුණු ගන්න පුළුවන්. So we know the level of us correctly. අපි අපේ මට්ටම දන්නවා. Good. What is the function of capacitor?
Store
Store
charge.
static
Storage
electric
of
charges.
static
Store
electricity.
static electric charges.
Storage of
So to store static
electrical
electric charges.
Static
Like
electric
මේක?
charge.
Yes. දිහෙන් ලෝනිත පුතා මයික්‍රොෆෝන් එකේ ෆීඩ්බැක් එකක් ඇහෙනවා. හරි? Don't switch on it again. අපි ඔක හදාගෙනම switch on කරමු. Okay, so function of the capacitor is storaging electrical charges පොඩි කාලයකට per little period of time. Storaging electrical charges per little period of time, because when you remove these charging cells and you replace that with LED bulb. Okay, LED means positive to positive. I think you can see this positive to positive, just like arrow. This is negative terminal. Then you can see this light emitting diode is working. That's the discharging process. May discharge වෙන හැටි. Good. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ පිළිතුරු ලියාගත්තා. What's the function of capacitor? A storage in electrical charges for a little period of time. Short period of time. Third question. Students who did the above activity said that although the dry cells and LED are in good condition, any change cannot be observed in LED. Write the reason for that. Dry cells, okay. LED are in good condition. Any change cannot be observed in LED.
Not charged capacitor.
Capacitor එක
The
charge
capacitor
වෙලානේ. එතකොට
Because they
that
Lights are
haven't charged
not
the
charge.
connected
capacitor.
ගොඩක්
correctly.
හේතු තියෙනවා. There are lots of reasons. So I'll come to the board again. ඔගොල්ලෝ toggle වෙන්න එපා. මම share එක අයින් කරන්නම්. Okay, now you can see. පුතා හේතු ගොඩයි. හේතු ගොඩයි. There may be different ළමයිනේ මේක කරන්නේ. වරදින්න පුළුවන්. Different reasons. අපිට කියනවා dry cells හොඳ මට්ටමේ තිබ්බලු. LED එකත් හොඳයි. That means the dry cells are in good condition means this capacitor is correctly charged. But when LED is connected, LED is also good condition. ළමයෙක් මේක සම්බන්ධ කළා වෙන්න පුළුවන් මෙන්න මේ වගේ. This is the capacitor. Positive to positive. If it is connected like this, positive to positive of the light emitting diode, negative to negative. So if it is connected like this, if this voltage is enough, around 3 volts of voltage supply, LED lights up. LED bulb එක පත්තු වෙනවා. එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් maybe the change of the polarity ධනරින මාරු වෙලා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. One reason. LED bulb has not connected properly by its correct polarity. එයාගේ නියම ද්‍රවීයතාවය ධනරින මාරු කරන්න නැතුව හයි කරලා නෑ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Another reason කෙනෙක් කියනවා මම අහගෙන තව හේතුවක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
Not charged the capacitor.
Not charging the capacitor. Capacitor එක හොඳයි කියලා අපිට දීලා නැහැ නේද? One is
Yes,
පළවෙනි
sir.
කාරණය
Dry cells are not connected correctly.
change in.
So they are asking for dry cells now, sir.
No. Look at this. I'll read the question again. Student who did the above activity said that although the dry cells and LEDs are in good condition. Dry cells good,
Okay, sir.
LEDs good condition. So they are working properly.
Yes, sir.
Any change cannot be observed in the LED. LED එක දකින්න හම්බුන්නේ නැතිලු. Okay. One reason is change in the polarity of LED පුතේ positive to positive නැතුව negative to negative නැතු වුණොත් මෙයා පත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ වගේ. Positive to negative. So there's a name for this. Diode is reverse biased. I'll write that, keep in your mind. So no need to write that in exam. That's not in your level. LED is reverse. Reverse biased. reverse bias කරලා. ඒකයි පත්තු වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ. Second instance, capacity of the capacitor is not enough. Capacity of the capacitor and its electric potential required for light in LED is around 2.5 volts at least, sometimes 3 volt. Capacity of the capacitor and its voltage is not enough. ඇත්තටම capacitor එක හොඳට ක්‍රියාත්මක පිච්චිච්ච එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ. Capacitor may be burnt. පිච්චුණු එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Capacitor is not working properly. Capacitor is not working properly. මේ reasons වලින් එකක් හරි ලියලා තියෙනවා නම් හරියට, that's good. Okay. එහෙනම් පුතා මේ තුනම ලියා ගන්න. Okay. ඔයාලා ලියපු answers ඔක්කොමත් හරි. හරි? Good. So I'll show you the today who is absent? Yes, all of you are here. අපේ අපූර්ව පුතා මොකද ඔයාගේ වීඩියෝ එක අනිත් පැත්ත හැරිලා? Good. I remember once, Lakshika, you have been asked in your exam charging and discharging diagram. ඔයාලට අඳින්න ආව නේද? ඔයාලගේ exam එකේදී in your
Yes,
school. Charging diagram and discharging. So
Yes.
you had to draw that. I think you did it correctly.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Good. පුතාට ඒකට marks කීයක් තිබ්බද paper එකට? Don't remember.
I think like 92.
92. Okay, very good. So let's see. අපි බලමු පුතා ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නේ. So I'm going to share you that. Okay, let's see. If the correct setup could be constructed by the students according to the instructions of their teacher, what is the observation?
LED
LED
The
illuminator.
LED will lit.
disappear.
The
මම
LED
කල්පනා
bulb lighted up.
කරන්නේ I am thinking of that question. ඒක-
Charging polarity of the LED.
No, the teacher helps කළා. ඒක වැඩේ වෙනවා. That works properly, but why that question is appeared in this paper like this? That's a silly question. මේක ඕන ළමෙක් ලියනවානේ. Okay, doesn't matter. Teacher උදව් කළා නම් observation එක මොකක්ද? කලින් bulb එක පත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැලු. Teacher
LED.
උදව් කළා නම් LED lights up. ඒකනේ.
LED bulb lighted and then off suddenly.
Yes, LED bulb.
Bulb
Illuminate.
lit and
Yes, it lights up for a short period of time. Okay, it's light and switch off with a short
Suddenly
period of
off.
time because of the discharging of this capacitor. No need to ask that because it works properly. Yes. The reason for the above observation is discharging of charges. What is known as discharging?
Release the charges.
Capacitor is releasing of charges.
Releasing of charging.
Releasing of charges.
Stored electrical charges in the capacitor plates. What happens? Yes, these charges are released through the light emitting diode. एक LED එක හරහා discharge වුණා. So stored electrical charges are released, or you can write releasing. Okay, right. Releasing the stored electrical charges. පුතාලට තව ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Emission. Sorry, SION. Emission of electrical charges. මොකක් හරහාද පුතේ? Through or across through the LED. Emission
Excuse
of
me, sir.
electrical charges through the LED. Yes.
Sir, I wrote, sir, stored electricity in the capacitor plates are discharged or released by the LED diode.
Through the LED diode. Okay.
Okay.
Not by, through the LED diode. LED කිව්වොත් පුතෝ I මේ diode කියන්න ඕනේ නේද? එතකොට LED diode වෙනවා. Light emitting diode වෙනවා. Through
Okay,
the
sir.
LED. Okay. Or you can write it words through light emitting diodes. Good. Charging means storing electrical charges in the capacitor plates. Discharging means releasing of those charges through external circuit. External circuit here, what we have connected is a diode, light emitting diode. Okay. Draw the setup of appliances using their symbols in occasion of lighting of LED. Yes, that's here. Symbol diagram. So LED, this is capacitor, positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, I'll show you that. This is the discharging process. පුතේ අහලා නැහැ නමුත් charging process එකත් අඳිමු නේද අපි. So this is discharging. So we have drawn the real diagram of discharging and charging. ඔයාලගේ note එකේ හැමම අපි ඇඳලා ඇති. I think you remember that. Lakshika, do you remember in your notebook we have taken down this process? Okay, I use the symbol diagram, positive, negative dry cells. We use two dry cells together. Okay.
Sir, wait, sir. Don't delay.
Okay. While you write this, Putala, ඔගොල්ලෝ attendance පැමිණීම සඳහා ඔගොල්ලන්ගේ first name, second name type කරලා මට එවන්න. Another question is also a very nice question. I think you like that. පුතේ ඇඳගෙන ඉවරද?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There are another 10 students to write their names. ඉක්මනට නම් write කරන්න message එකක් විදියට එවන්න. If you cannot send me, no matter.
So can you move side?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Good. Now, let's move to the next question. Very important question that is nice. I think all of you can see this sixth question. You are supplied the things given below. ඔබට පහත සඳහන් දේවල් සපයා ඇත. What? Dilute sulfuric acid, center zero galvanometer, a beaker, a copper sheet, a zinc sheet, connecting wires. උපකරණ දැක්කාම අපිට තේරෙනවා මොනවටද මේ එන්න හදන්නේ කියලා. Draw the figure of simple cell you made using the above things in school and name it. Okay, let's draw. Yes, the beaker. You have to
So
fill
which
it.
question is this?
Yes, question is sixth one. හයවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නේ.
Okay, sir.
You have been given sulfuric acid diluted. Dilute sulfuric acids. So what is the chemical formula of sulfuric acid?
Dilute.
H2SO4,
SO4.
sulfuric acid. Or you can write it name dilute sulfuric acid. Next, you have to immerse a plate or a rod of electrode. One is copper, the other one is zinc.
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 Okay. So here's the copper rod.
Positive copper.
Positive.
Positive is copper.
Copper. Negative is zinc.
Zinc.
Yes, copper Cu. Copper electrode. This is zinc. But in grade 10, you draw here zinc. Right? Grade 10 වගේ එනකොට අපි ඇතුලේ chemical reactions ලියනවා. So in that case, you write zinc there, but it's a negative terminal. Zinc rod. Yes, this is positive terminal, negative terminal. And center zero galvanometer is connected here. So that's G. Okay. Let's move to the questions again. Yes. See. Draw the figure of simple cell using you made using the above things in the school and name it parts. Center zero galvanometer. පුතා symbol diagram එකද නැත්නම් actual diagram එකද කියලා අපිට simple symbol diagram වුණා නම් if this is a symbol diagram so this is just like dry cell එකක් වගේ තමයි අඳින්න වෙන්නේ but here galvanometer if they ask the real diagram so this is not real this is a symbol therefore let's replace that with a real diagram. Look at this. A center zero galvanometer is like this. Very easy to draw. Okay. Center zero, its scale at the center, that's 0. Okay. Indicator also at the 0th level. If electricity passes from positive to negative, so that's the positive and negative terminal connecting knobs here. So this is the way of measuring the electric current. If it passes to this positive to negative, you can see this indicator deflecting like this. Okay, so that's the way of connecting the instruments to make this simple cell. Okay, so you have to name this is center zero galvanometer and zinc rod, copper rod, dilute sulfuric acid, and this is the beaker. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm going to share the paper again. Name two sheets respectively that used positive and negative terminals of this cell. So you have to specify when giving the answer. Positive,
Copper and
Copper
Yes.
and zinc.
copper. පුතේ copper and zinc කිව්වොත් පිළිතුර වැරදි. Hey. You have to put positive copper.
Positive terminal copper seed, negative
Yes.
terminal zinc.
Negative terminal zinc. Good. එළියලා කුරුල්ලොත් කෑ ගහනවා mic on කරපුවාම නේද? So nice morning. Name two sheets respect. Okay. Write an observation that you got here.
The center zero galvanometer is deflects slowly.
Center zero
zero
galvanometer
galvanometer is
deflects.
Deflect.
Moving.
මෙහෙමයි පුතේ. එතන පොඩි වැරද්දක් තියෙනවා කියන ක්‍රමේ. Center zero galvanometer deflect වෙනවා කියන්නේ galvanometer එක යනවා. හරිද? Indicator of
indicator
the,
deflect.
yes, indicator of the center zero galvanometer deflects. Another thing, another observation you can see, this zinc rod is dissolving. Okay, right. Observations. First one, indicator of the center zero galvanometer deflects. Second observation,
Zinc sheet is dissolved. Two sheets are dissolving.
yes, zinc rods. Okay, zinc rod is dissolving. Another observation you can observe, you can see what? Evolving of a gas from near the
Copper sheet.
copper ගාවින් gas එකක් release වෙනවා. Evolving of air bubbles.
So the setup is got heated.
Good. Evolving of air bubbles from the copper electrode, from copper rod. That means positive terminal. from positive terminal. ඔයාලට පේනවා මදි නිසා මම share එකෙන් ඉවත් වෙන්නම්. Evolving of air bubbles from positive terminal. පුතේ මොකද්ද මේ gas එක? What's that air bubble? What's that gas in? Yes, hydrogen. But you cannot directly tell what's your observation. Hydrogen bubbles යනවා කියන්න බෑ. ඇයි? air bubbles වල hydrogen කියලා label කරලා නැහැ. So you have to do a separate test to identify that. When it is burnt, it gives a characteristic pop sound. Now, එකතු කරගෙන test tube එකකට lighted splinter එකක් ඇතුල් කළොත්, when you insert a lighted splinter into that hydrogen containing test tube, it gives a characteristic pop sound. Okay, that's how you identify this hydrogen. Another observation, as you said, setup. Gates heated. Another observation.
The zinc sheet will dissolve.
Zinc card gets dissolved. We have already mentioned that. What happens to the volume of, that means electrolyte level, volume of the container, the volume of this dilute sulfuric acid decreasing. It decreases. Good. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මෙන්න මේ දෙන්න නම් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. Zinc rod is dissolving, evolving of air bubbles. So this deflection, එක හැමෝටම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. All of you knows that. Okay. So you have to give priority when writing this. තාම හතර දෙනෙක් විතර මට නම එවලා නැහැ. අර message යවන්න බැරි ප්‍රශ්න වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
Sorry sir, මට signal problem එකක් තිබ්බා. මොකක්ද අපිට වන්න කිව්වේ?
So you have to write your names. Okay, first name, second name, message එකක් විදිහට එවන්න for the attendance. Yes, now I'm going to share the paper again. So can you see, name another appliance that can be used instead of center zero galvanometer?
Center zero ammeter.
A center zero milliammeter. Okay, center zero milliammeter can be used, or you can use motor, a bulb, okay, torch bulb.
So what is the answer for the fourth one, sir?
You can use a bulb, milliammeter,
Motor.
A motor.
a motor, voltmeter. You can use.
Sorry sir.
Voltmeter. Okay. වෝල්ටීයතා මානයක් භාවිතා කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. 5. What are the sources of electricity used for the following instances? Mobile phone,
Chemical cells.
Battery
um,
batteries,
lithium,
battery.
lithium
Lithium.
ion, lithium ion battery. Like a lithium ion cell කිව්වත් කමක් නෑ, but inside that there are several cells. Lithium ion batteries. Headlamp of bicycle. Headlamp of bicycle.
Dynamo.
Yes,
Dynamo.
dynamo. Okay, so we have completed. Answers also there. Then we දෙක. ඔයාලා මේ nicely answers දුන්නේ මේක බලලාද නෑ නේද?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good. Connecting wires. What's this? මේ diagram එක වැරදි. This wrong. මේ බලන්න පුතා මේකේ වැරද්ද. මේ galvanometer එක reading එකක් දෙනවද?
No, sir.
No, මෙන්න මේ
No,
මැද
sir.
තියෙන wire එක අයින් කරන්න ඕනේ.
වැරදි යන්ත්‍රය.
වැරදි මේක. මම දන්නවද මේ ටීචර් මේ පේපර් එක හැදුවේ සර් කෙනෙක්ද ලේඩි ටීචර් කෙනෙක්ද කියලා? What do you think? Don't tell it කියන්න එපා. එපා. Okay. Don't tell. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් current electricity වලට කැමති නැති කට්ටියක් ඉන්නවා. එයාලා තමයි මේ වගේ මේ ළමයින්ට උගන්වන්නේ වගකීමෙන් උගන්වන්න ඕනේ. පේපර් එකක් නේද? Okay. Next day I'll give you another paper. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒක කලින් එවන එක හොඳයිද? Do you like to see the paper?
Yes, sir.
For the participation?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
That's
sir.
good. Good. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice to
Daughter-
see that paper.
Nice to see that paper. You are itching to see it. Okay, nice. පුතා දැන් අපි පන්තිය නවත්තනවා. Now we are going to stop. අපිට පැය භාගයක් loss වුණා. මම ඒකට ඔයාලට promise වෙනවා අනිත් දවසේ පුළුවන් ද ඔයාලට class එකට එන්න 4:30. හතරමාරකට බැයිද හැරෙන්න? හරි? Let's do that. අපි 4:45ට වෙන බොම හරි අපි කාලේ හදාගමු. අද loss වෙච්ච time එක. එක්කෙනෙක් බය වුණා. Okay. එහෙනම් අද class එක තියෙනවා හවස theory class එක එන දරුවෝ එන්න. Okay, then have a nice day. Have a nice morning. Goodbye to all of you.
Bye,
Viewers
sir.
and
Thank you,
my-
sir.
Bye,
God
sir.
bless
Thank
you,
you,
sir. Bye, sir.
Bye,
Have a
sir.
nice day.
Bye, sir. Bye. Yes, sir.